Hi Keely, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Okay, so I'm Tammy. What we're going to do is we're going to do a workout today. You've been referred to by a doctor. You want to sort of your body composition. You want to reduce the fat mass and increase some muscle. Okay, your goal is to lose 5 kilos. Okay, and I'm here to help you do that. Because you may be in risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Yeah, and by doing this, it will help all that, will reduce the risk of you getting type 2 diabetes if you're worried about that. So you have been referred to by a doctor, which is really good. Okay, so I can go on and do this program for you. On the program that I'm going to be doing, I would love for you to do it twice a week, if you can. Okay, I know you have schooling and everything, but even if like in the afternoons or something, that would be excellent. That will just help you. This is all to help you and you to get what you want out of it. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to do your warm-up. You have to make sure you do your warm-up phase every time you start exercising. Before you start doing any conditioning, you need to warm up your body. You need to warm up. You need to get your heart rate up from a 40% to a 70% of your maximum heart rate. So just at an exercise level, so then you can start exercising, because if you don't warm up first, you can cause injury somewhere. Anyway, so you'll find when you're warming up, your heart rate will be going a little bit faster, your respiratory rate, your breathing will be a little bit quicker, and that's what we want. And then we'll go and do the program, and then we'll go to the cool down phase, get it back down to that 40% level. Okay, so what we're going to do before a warm up is step ups. So all this is just stepping up onto the step, making sure your foot is flat on the step. I don't want you up on your heels, and I just want to make sure your whole foot's up on the step. I want you to make sure your knees are tracking your toes, so I don't want your knees going over your toes like that, because that can cause injury. So you're bringing, so what you're doing now, you're doing your warm-up phase for about 10 minutes. I'll get you to start doing it now. Just a walk at first. Start off with a walk, just a slow walk, and by the time, have a few more minutes, go a little bit quicker, and over the last couple of minutes, go really, really fast, so just to get that heart rate up and going, and your breathing. Okay, I'm just showing you this at the moment, so we won't do the whole 10 minutes, but I'll just get you to go a bit quicker, just so I know that you're doing it properly. And soon, if you do the whole 10 minutes, you will find your breathing a little bit quicker, your heart rate's up, and you're at that exercise level to start exercising. So you're happy with that? Your knees aren't tracking your toes. Your knees are tracking your toes, which is what we want. Perfect. So we'll now move on to the first exercise. First exercise is squat. I'm going to give you this program here has everything written down to the sets, reps, and rest between. And it shows you everything that you're working on and how to do it properly. But I'm going to show you, because I find sometimes it's easier to learn from someone who actually show you. Reading things sometimes are like, but if someone's showing you, that's what I'm like, Anyway, okay, so with squats, what we're doing here is you need to keep your feet shoulder width apart, your abs switched on, so like when your abs are switched on, your bum's sort of tucked in a bit, and neutral spine, so your spine has to be back, shoulders back. Keep your hands out, whatever feels comfortable with. When you start doing your squats, you'll work out what's easier for you. And all you're doing is pretend you're sitting back on a chair. And when you're sitting down that chair, you can wiggle your toes. I want all the weight to be on your heels. And back up again. When you're sitting on that chair, when you come back in, tighten your glutes a bit. So you're down and you're back up. This exercise is working your glutes, your quads, and your hamstrings. So I'll get you to have a go first. Just so I know that you are doing it correctly. That's perfect. And you know what? That's perfect, because that's what you want, but you need to try and make sure you don't fall back. But at least I know now that you're doing it correctly. And that's perfect. So with this one, you'll do 3 sets of them, and you'll do 20 reps. I want you to do this 20 times, and then you'll have a 30-second, actually, you'll do that 10 times. You're only going to do that 10 times. And then, you're going to do 10 reps, so 10 squats, and then you'll have a 60-second break, okay? And then you'll do it again, but you'll do 3 sets of them, 3 sets of 10 seconds. I'll have to remember that. Then you have your 60-second break. So you feel comfortable with that? You've done the whole technique properly, so that's perfect. Okay, so the next one is just lunges. Just move this over a little bit. Okay, with your lunges, you need to keep everything back, neutral spines, everything straight. Put your hands on your hips wherever you feel might be comfortable. Head up, your abs switched on, and this exercise is also working on your glutes, your quads, sorry, help out, come on, your quads and your hamstrings. And all it is you're stepping forward, and what you're doing is you keep bringing your heel up and bending this knee at a 90 degree. I want your knees tracking your toes, so I don't want your knees going over your feet at all. And all you're doing is lowering that back knee. Up, down, up, down. And that's all it is. And you do 10, you can do 5 on this side, go back, do another 5, so you do 10 of them, and then you have a 60-second break, and then you do another 10, 5 on each, another 60-second break, so you do it 3 sets of 10 times. Okay, so I'll get you to do it first so I can see make sure you're doing it correctly. Because this one, perfect. Excellent. You can feel that you're working your glutes and your quads and your hamstrings. Yep, and you've done it perfectly. Excellent. I'm happy with that. It's going to be a good one. As you've seen today, do you do an exercise like at school?
Yeah.
You do? Excellent. Excellent. So this one here, this is a bent over row. And with this one, my husband actually made this little thing up for me. It's a 6 kilo dumbbell. I'll bring it that way. And just make sure it's in the middle, but we'll get proper weights for this one. What you're doing is feet shoulder width apart, just your knees soft, shoulders back, and all I want you to do is bending with the hips, keeping like a neutral spine so your back should be straight, keeping your elbows tucked in and just bringing it up. No movement in your wrist at all. All you're doing is working your triceps and also your trapezius, which is your trapezius is up here, these muscles, and your latissimus and your lats. Your latissimus dorsi, these are your muscles down here. And when you're bringing it up, I want you to adduct to your shoulder, which is keeping your shoulder blades together. Bring them in like as if they're touching. Okay, and that's working your lats and your trapezius, and also your triceps. Always bring your elbows, keep your elbows tucked in. But I'll get you to try this. You do 3 lots of 10 with a 60-second break in between each 10. Perfect. That's really good. So you can feel it in your triceps and making sure you're bringing your shoulder blades in. So you're squeezing them in like that. And that really gets them working as well. Perfect. So you do 10 of them for one set, and then another 10 and another 10 with a 60-second break in between. You happy with that? I'm happy with that. Excellent. You haven't got any questions so far of anything? No? Awesome. Excellent. That's what we want. I'll just move this here a little bit so it's not in the way. Okay. Now the next exercise is push-ups. With your push-ups, you can do on your feet or on your knees, whatever suits you. If you want to do on your feet, do your feet first. Do the hardest ones first and then get onto your knees, or whatever you want to do. You're doing 3 sets again of 10 times with a 60-second break in between. And all it is keeping your back flat. I don't want any curved back or anything. You need to keep it straight. And all you do is looking ahead, just about nearly a metre in front of you, and just going down and up, lowering down and back up. Keeping your elbows sort of in a bit, not too far out. This is working your triceps, your deltoids and your pecs in here. That's all doing that. So you do 3 sets of 10 with a 60-second break in between each set. So I'll get you to have a go at that just so I can just make sure that you are doing it correctly.
Do it on my feet.
Do it on your feet, that's perfect. That's awesome. That's really, really good, Keely. You're doing an excellent job. Yep. That's definitely not a problem at all. Really good. And that's perfect even if you sort of struggle a little bit. Do the last few on your knees, whatever. Have your 60-second break and then get back and do it on your feet again. If you have to go back to your knees, that's fine. At least you're still doing them on your feet. If you can do all of them on your feet, even better. You're the one that's going to benefit out of it, so really, really good. So you're happy with that one?
Yeah.
So that's, that's all working up here, your pecs, your deltoids, and your triceps. Now, bicep curl. With this, 4 kilos should be fine for you. Okay, with this one, what you're doing, same again, just your feet shoulder width apart, shoulders back, and all you're doing here is you're bringing the weight up to you and back down. I want you to keep your elbows tucked in. I don't want your arms going out like that. And I want you to make sure you bring it all the way up and then all the way back down. Because some people, they sort of get there and they're like this and they're not really doing anything. That's just the momentum. It's not really doing anything for their muscles, probably injure themselves. So I want you to make sure you bring it all the way up and you can feel it in your bicep and then all the way back down. Have a bit of a pause, up, pause, back down, pause. And same again, you're doing your 10 of them, 5 on that arm, and then a 5 on this arm, and then you're having your 60-second break. All the way down. You can feel that in your biceps?
Yeah.
Excellent. And the more confident you get, you can just lift that a little bit more heavier. Yep, and then on this side. Up. Straight back down, keeping your elbows tight in. Up. Straight back down. Up. Straight back. Excellent. You happy with that?
Yeah.
That 5 kilos we offered you just like that, very soon. Okay, so that's a bicep curl. Now that, because we've used the bicep, work the bicep, now we're going to work the tricep. So with this one, the tricep extension, just got to bring the weight around behind you. Feet shoulder width apart, abs switched on again. Your abs are always switched on with pretty much every exercise. Okay, and all this is you're keeping your elbows tucked in. I don't want your elbows out here. And what I want you to do is all you need is just to bring the weight up above. I don't want you to go all the way over. I don't want any momentum like that. Keeping your elbows tucked in beside your ears and it's just extending your triceps. Up and then back down. Up, have a bit of a pause because you don't want to, you don't want to get into a momentum like that. So down and up. So you'll do 3 sets of 10 and then you'll have your 60-second break between each set. So make sure you bring it all the way up and then back down. So you shouldn't, yeah, that's perfect. You're not moving this part at all. You just move, you should be feeling it in your triceps. Not tickle you or anything, but you just bring it down and up. So you do 10 of them, have a 6, and then put it down, have a 60-second break, another 10, 60-second break, and then another 10. Awesome. So you're happy with that one?
Yeah.
And that's working your triceps. Okay, now this is the last station, last exercise we'll be doing, and it's the crunch. With the crunch, you need to make sure that your back is flat on the floor. So when you lie back down, sometimes you can put your hands under there. We don't want that, and we need to have your back flat on the floor. That means your abs are switched on, they're braced. Keep your feet flat on the floor, hands up. You can have your fingertips at your temples. We have them crossed over, or you can bring them up with you. But with this one, you're working your abs and your obliques. And with this one, I want you to make sure you work it and you can feel it. I want you to pretend you've got a ball here. This stops any kind of movement like that and you get that bit of a sore neck. Pretend you've got a ball there and you're just coming up. Up. Just a light lift, not too high, but you can feel it in your obliques and your abs. I'll get you to do them 3 sets of 10 with a 60-second break. So feet flat on the floor, abs switched on. Make sure that little part of the back's flat on the floor. And you've got that ball between your chin and your chest. Perfect. You can feel that in your abs?
Yeah.
Excellent. That's what we've got. That's really good, Keely. Good job. Awesome. Happy with that?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so now we have done all the exercises. You're happy with that, the program?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Awesome, thank you very much. Okay, so now what we'll do is we've done the warm-up, we've done the conditioning phase, now we need to do the cool-down phase. We need to get your heart rate, your respiratory rate back down to a normal level. We want it to slowly decrease back down to a normal level where you can go back and do what you're doing. And you need to get everything back there, because if you just didn't do it, when I'm doing something, you probably get dizzy. Other things might be happening in your body you don't know about, like with the warm down, you can reduce any kind of lactic acid that's maybe building up, like any blood that might be pooling, sitting somewhere. By doing this cool down phase, it'll stop all of that any post dizziness or something, you know, you're just bringing everything back down to its normal level. So same again, I'll get you to go back up on the step again. You go a little bit fast at first, just for a little bit, and then you slowly, and then just going down to the slow level, and then you'll find if you can do this, keep doing this where you can have a conversation with someone, you can feel that you're breathing, back to normal again, your heart rate, you know, is not beating as fast as it was, you know that you are decreasing all that levels, getting back down to that normal way that before you come. So you're happy with the exercise?
Yeah.
And you think you can stick to that?
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, thank you very much, Keely.
Thank you.
Thank you.